Games! Always wanted to make them, always wanted to be a creator, reaching new heights, discovering new things by making FNAF Rule 34 games. Well, I'm here to help you. So how do you get started creating games? You first need something to create them in. Either you can spend years and years on creating a fast, advanced game engine with all physics, lights and everything else needed to create the best game ever. Or you could use an already built engine with all that you need. That always works too. A game engine is a software that allows you to create games more easily. Game engines already have things like physics, easy interfaces, light system and lots of more. Now, the hardest choice you will ever have to do. Choose engine. There are a lot of different engines, but the two we are going through are Unreal Engine and Unity. These are two of the biggest ones and they actually have some pretty major differences between them. To be honest, it does make a difference depending on what you choose, but that doesn't mean that one of these is the right choice. They are both better than each other in different ways. I won't go through exactly what the differences are in this video since it would take a century, but one of the main differences between the two is that Unity uses C# and Unreal uses C++. So depending on your experience, one of these will be the clear choice. If you don't know how to code yet, don't worry, because both Unity and Unreal have visual scripting. These are easier to grasp for beginners, and therefore they are often considered easier to program in. They are a very good way to start off. The visual scripting in Unreal is called blueprints, and they look like this. The different blocks are called nodes, and they all do different things. It might look a bit intimidating, but they're actually really easy to use. Here we have an event node. Whenever the thing in this block happens, something leading out of this arrow will happen. In this case, this happens whenever the program starts running. We now create a print node which we can connect to the event. So whenever this event happens, the program will start doing the thing connected to it, and so on. So you see, simple. However, I do suggest that we at least learn a bit of either C# or C++ as it may help you in the future. You should also consider what you want to do with the engine. Both Unreal and Unity are capable of creating pretty much all games that you could want to. But Unity is often considered better for 2D games, while Unreal is considered better for 3D graphics. However, it's also important to know that you of course can create 2D games in Unreal as well. And the difference in graphics really won't make a difference that you most likely will notice when coding a simple games. Maybe if you're an artist that wants the highest 16K super ultra deluxe graphics, but otherwise both work just fine. I chose to work with Unreal because of my experience in C and C++. I also mostly wanted to focus on 3D games, so Unity's 2D support didn't matter to me. Okay, after you have chosen an engine, you actually need to learn how it works. Most engines have documentation that you can read, but since you're watching a YouTube video with things happening all the time, I doubt that you will actually read that. So YouTube is also a great source. This is a video I found helpful for Unreal, and I asked my friend that uses Unity. Yes, I do have friends, and he told me that he likes this video and this. I might also do some videos about this in the future, so you know, stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. Ding, 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 ding. Subscribe and push the bell. Ding, 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 ding. After watching these videos and or reading the documentation and finding other sources, I suggest that you simply stop. We learn by making mistakes, so I suggest that you try to create some small game and learn on the way. You know what? I'm going to give you a goal to chase. I want you to start off by creating a game that works like this. You are a furry that needs to escape the haters. You do this by parkouring around different platforms. If you fall off, you start off at the beginning. The goal is to reach the goal and get a sleepover with all the other furry friends. Then I want the building to get lit on fire. So right now, choose an engine. Come on, fast, choose. Then download that engine and start watching videos or reading the documentation. Or just fidget around a bit for now in the engine. Either way, start now!